This is a presentation of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coverage of the Nebraska State Basketball Tournament is presented by App Foundation Repair, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Southeast Community College, Members-Owned Credit Union, Union Bank and Trust, Mosaic, Doane University, A1 Automotive, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Platte Valley Equipment, and Supreme Spawn Pool. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Josh Lill.
Good morning and welcome into this presentation of NSAA High School Boys Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
As Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska is the site for this Class D1, the Class D1 state championship between the three-seeded Johnson Brock Eagles and the top-seeded North Platte St. Pat's Irish. Again, thank you for tuning into the broadcast. I'm your host, Josh Lill, and this morning, the Irish of St. Pat's look to win their second consecutive Class D1 state championship, while the Eagles of Johnson Brock hope to keep their season alive with an 8th straight win, and a win here would be their first D1 Class D1 title since 1998, and their first state title since 2019, where they won in Class D2. Again, top of the morning to the Irish fans out there. Luck is in the air as St. Patrick's Day is looming around the corner. St. Pat's has a lot of momentum heading into this game. They have hit their peak in their high school program history. I mean, with three straight tournament berths. They took third place a couple of years ago. They were crowned champions a season ago. If the Irish can pull this one off, they'll complete this season with an identical 26-2 record, which was the same as last year when they won the state championship. They've been slightly less dominant than last winter, but they come in just 3 wins over the other teams in the fields. Those 3 were just by a total of 13 points, but it doesn't matter. They're back here in the state championship again. St. Pat's made it here by defeating Boyd County 58-37 in the district title game, leading the state quarterfinals, and Dundee County Stratton in the semifinals. The Irish are led by head coach William O'Malley. For Johnson Brock, they got to this point after defeating Sandy Creek 51-19. In their district title, Howells Dodge in the quarterfinals 56-26, and Maywood Hayes Center in the semifinals 48-50. They're just gritty kids. That's what Johnson Brock head coach Lucas Dallinghouse had to say after their win against Maywood Hayes Center. He said, "We've been in this situation in the past, and we've not closed it out. It was bend but not break. The kids battled, and that's all I can ask out of them." The Eagles got hot in the third quarter with 18 points last time out, which was part of a 35-point swing in the second half after going for only 13 points, in the first half. This team has faced and can deal with adversity. They are able to battle back in games. The national anthem set to be played here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Again, St. Pat's and Johnson Brock tip-off for the Class D1 state championship set to take place here momentarily. Again, you are listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? App Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. App Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska, the site for the Class D1 State Championship high school boys action here live on 93.7 Ticket and ticketfm.com. And Josh Lowe here with the call. Starters for the Johnson Brock Eagles, Sloan Pelican, Camden Dallinghouse, Casey Dallinghouse, Nicholas Parrott, and Lake Barons. The reserves being announced for Johnson Brock. St. Pat's is the reserve set to be announced here momentarily. For North Platte, they finished the season 25-2, going 4-0. This is their 16th state tournament appearance. Obviously, the most recent coming last year, where they won the Class D1 state championship. Prior to that, it was their first title in nearly 100 years, 94 years to be exact. Their first one came in 1928. And again, they are led by William O'Malley. For the Johnson Brock Eagles, 24-4 on the year, 4-0 in district play. They come from the Pioneer Conference. They have won their last 5 of the regular season. They're currently, this is the third time this year they are on a win streak of 5+ games. So Johnson Brock is streaky. They've obviously had a few moments throughout the year, sporadic losses to say the least. But this is a team, when they get hot, they are locked in, and obviously St. Pat's. They just bring the complete and utter experience. Johnson Brock, they have 10 state tournament appearances. Their most recent was in 2020. They won titles in 1997 to 1998, where they repeated for Class D1, but they won in 2019 the state championship in Class D2. Leading scorer for Johnson Brock on the year, Camden Dallinghouse, averaging almost 13 points a game this year, about 4.5 rebounds with 51 assists. Expect Sloan Pelican at that guard spot, standing 5'8", the junior, team high 59 steals on the year, and a team high 77 assists. So I mean, it's basically for every turnover that he forces, he has a pass and some change that leads to a bucket for the Eagles. Andrew Brocious getting the start for St. Pat's at point guard. Zarek Branch at that 2-guard spot. Brecken Erickson, the leading scorer for North Platte St. Pat's. Erickson averaging over 17 points a game this year. Has totaled over 400 points on the year. Passing leader Samuel Trashinsky with 123 assists on the year. And also Brecken Erickson getting it done on the boards, averaging 8.8 rebounds on the year. So Erickson, when he comes into these games, is nearly averaging a double-double and has the capabilities to do it. I mean, the junior standing 6'4". It's not often you see a 6'4" junior that's actually just flat out listed as a center. Usually some teams are taller. They'll be listed at that guard spot. Or really, I mean, he's just listed as a forward. But here we go. Brecken Erickson, Camden Dallinghouse, the 2 scoring threats for each team set to take off here. Tip-off moments away. Again, this is the Class D1 State Championship. Live from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Again, Josh Lill here with the call on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Again, shout out to Carter Loungy back at the studios for making this happen, and all at 93.7 The Ticket that make these broadcasts possible. Set to take tip off here for Johnson Brock. It's Nicholas Parrott and Brecken Erickson for St. Pat's. We'll let the crowd clapping in unison here take you to this one. Tip off won by the Eagles of Johnson Brock. It's corralled by Camden Dallinghouse, the leading scorer for the Johnson Brock Eagles. He brings it over to the left wing. It goes over to Sloan Pelican. Get Johnson Brock in their red uniforms with white letters and numbers. St. Pat's in their white uniforms with green letters and numbers. Those green letters and numbers are lined in yellow. Johnson Brock going right to left. St. Pat's going left to right. Inbounds play down low over to Pelican. Pelican backing down his defender. Looking back out over to Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse has to spin around to Recalli. Back out to Pelican. Pelican at the right wing on the left side. Kicks it back out. Here's Perry for three. Big Perry for three and gets this one started. It's a 3-0 lead for the Johnson Brock Eagles. 7:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Andrew Brocious, the best passer on the team for St. Pat's, brings it up. St. Pat's working a little bit of a triangle inside. They like to work it on the wings and then feed it down low. Pass nearly turned over by Zarek Branch. Zarek Branch gets bailed out as that one goes off of Nicholas Perriott. And St. Pat's with the ball underneath their own hoop. Yeah, the assist there coming from Sloan Pelican on the three-point make by Nicholas Perriott. It goes in the corner. No good. Rebounded on the play by William Moats. Moats kicks it back out, and it's a travel against Stanley Kraszinski. And what happens there is Moats goes up for the rebound. He looks back out to Moats at the top of the key, and Moats leans in with that left foot. Well, folks, and at the end of the day, you can't do that unless the ball is on the ground and dribbling. Johnson Brock retains possession. Bringing it up is Perriott. Perriott over to Pelican on the left wing. Working his way over to the top of the key, inside the paint. Back out to three. It's no good. Rebounded by Brocious. Off the miss by Kason Dallinghouse. Branch over to Brocious at the top of the key. Over to Erickson. Erickson down low. Works it into the far right corner over to Moats. Back down to Erickson. Erickson backing down his defender. Fights through contact. And he will head to the line. Foul against Johnson Brock. Leighton Behrens with his first personal foul. That's the first team foul with 6:30 left to play here in the first quarter. First free throw by Erickson is good. Erickson also has a team-high 16 blocks on the year. And you can tell with his 6'4" frame, he's not so much slender as that one's rebounded by Perriott, but he brings a lot of muscle and size and physicality to the game for St. Pat's. Defending on the left wing is Branch. It's out at the top of the key over to Pelican. Pelican over to Dallinghouse. That's Camden Dallinghouse. It's cross court over to Pelican. Pelican at the right wing. Spins on Brocious. Brocious defending. He had solid positioning at first, but Brocious got a little over-aggressive, initiated contact as he leaned in with that left shoulder. And Sloan Pelican heads to the line for two shots. It's a 3-1 lead for Johnson Brock with 6:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Again, North Platte, St. Pat's. With a tongue twister there. 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Well, Johnson Brock misses their first one against Sloan Pelican shooting. Pelican a couple dribbles, fires that one up. Good. A one-ball game. 6:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Here's Brocious bringing the ball up. Johnson Brock in a 2-3 zone. Ball in the far right corner over to Zarek Branch. The floater, no good by Kraszinski. Kraszinski nearly had his own rebound, but Johnson Brock repels it up. There's Cassie Dallinghouse. Casey Dallinghouse up the floor over to Sloan Pelican. Pelican over to Dallinghouse. Into Dallinghouse drives. Nearly travels, throws it up. Back over to the right wing, over to the left. With his second play of the day, it's a 7-1 lead. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And Johnson Brock, the 3-seeded Eagles, a little punch to the face to St. Pat's and the Irish. That one's tipped away and stolen by Nicholas Perriott. Running are the Eagles. It's up in the right wing, over to Casey Dallinghouse. Casey Dallinghouse at the right wing stops, pops over to Sloan Pelican over on the right wing. Inside to the right elbow, kicks it back out over to Casey Dallinghouse. Casey Dallinghouse stops at the free throw line. Spins around, finds it in the corner to Camden. Camden driving. Camden takes contact. It's rebounded by Behrens. Behrens puts that one up. It's no good. And it's rebounded by Camden Dallinghouse. And a foul, loose ball foul against Johnson Brock. Again, 2 chances for Johnson Brock in the offensive end to put home not just the second chance points, but the third chance points. And that opportunity is no good here. Lane Buckmeyer checking in for the Eagles. It's that first substitution in for the game. Here's Trashinsky at the top of the key. Over to Branch to the right wing. Over to the left wing. It goes to Brocious. Brocious for 3. That one off the front of the iron and no good. Brocious nearly got his own rebound and went diving way past the Johnson Brock Eagles bench. You get hustle points there. It might not show up on the scoreboard. But if you're head coach O'Malley for St. Pat's, you have to like the aggressiveness there. 4:41 to go here in the first quarter. It's a 7-1 lead. Say what you want about the score. It looks like a baseball score or a hockey score. That foul goes against Brecken Erickson. And the goal for the Eagles is get Erickson in foul trouble early. Brody Kohler checking for the Eagles. That is the only way you are going to be able to stop the scoring threat that St. Pat's that they play with. It's going to be up to Nicholas Perriott. He seems to be there as the steal is made by Branch. Branch brings up ahead. Now that one blocked away by the Eagles. It's rebounded on the play by Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse also there for the chase down block. Here come the Eagles at the right wing. It's moving around over to Kohler. Kohler hands off over to Perriott. They love the ball at the right wing spot. Back over to Casey Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse driving. And a foul there against Zarek Branch.
Irish foul number 12, Derek Branch. That's his
first personal. That's the team's third. An immediate timeout here as Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's 7-1. An odd score here with 4:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Again, you are listening to High School Hoops on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The 3-seeded Johnson Brock Eagles lead North Platte St. Pat's, the Irish. 7-1 here with 4:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Again, Joshua with the call here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. St. Pat's hoping to repeat and win their third state title in school history, but Johnson Brock is a gritty team. Coach Dallinghouse noted it that they have a way of hanging in games and battling with teams that are clearly might be better than them. Again, the Irish the favorite to win the Class D1 state championship, but Johnson Brock has come out swinging here in the first quarter. 3:58 left to go here in the first quarter. Dribble handoffs left and right. Perriott finds his teammate, cutting down low, and that's a charge. That charge drawn by Samuel Trashinsky.
Offensive foul on 5. Camden Dallinghouse. That's his
Foul against Camden Dallinghouse. That's the team's third of the half. And Trashinsky just stayed with him. There was a lot of dribble handoff going back and forth, really from left elbow to right elbow. And Trashinsky just gets good body positioning. He moves his feet with Dallinghouse and draws the foul. And an awkward floater. I don't know if Trashinsky was looking for Erickson for the alley-oop. He kind of just chucked the floater. So that's a bit of odd words to say the least. Here's Johnson Brock at the top of the key, stopping and popping his collar. Collar over to Dallinghouse. Hasten Dallinghouse flips it over to Camden. Camden in the corner over to Collar. Collar back over to Camden Dallinghouse in the near left corner. At the top of the key is Perriott. Perriott back over to the Casey Dallinghouse in the near left corner. That one poked away and stolen by Zarek Branch. That's his second steal on the morning. Yeah, top of the morning to you and all the Irish fans out there. St. Patrick's Day is this week. There's nothing more than North Platte, nothing more that they would want than to win here with St. Patty's Day just around the corner. That one rebounded on the play by Lane Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer sends it up ahead. Over to Casey Dallinghouse. Dollinghouse over to Kohler. Kohler on the left wing. At the top of the key, it goes over again to Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse over to Perry on the right wing. Perry on driving left. Over to the right hand. There, got it to Lane Buckmeyer, actually. And it's a 9-1 ball game with 2:28 left to go here in the first quarter. Here's Erickson. Erickson into the corner over to Branch. Branch in the far right corner. Erickson has that one taken away momentarily, but it's a reaching foul against Johnson Brock. They got a little too aggressive. Jason Dollinghouse with his first personal foul. The team's fourth foul. Zarek Branch checking out, as well as Samuel Troshinsky. Seth Engler checking in for the Irish. Erickson fighting through contact. He got the rebound off his initial miss and puts that one in, and that's exactly what St. Pat's needed. Count it and one with 2:14 to go in the first quarter. It's a 9-3 ball game. And Erickson just goes right up between the contact and muscles that through Lane Buckmeyer with his first foul of the day. Erickson converts the and one. He is the leading scorer with St. Pat's. He's actually the only scorer, has all 4 points. 9-4, 2:09 to go here in the first quarter. Over to Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer over to Pelican at the top of the key over the left elbow. Looks its way over to Kohler at the left wing. Back in your left corner. It goes to Palmer. Or Pelican, excuse me. Pelican feeds it down low. There's Perry backing down his defender, going to the left, going to the right. Step through. And then a foul against Lane Buckmeyer on the rebound. They got a little too aggressive with the bigger Reckon Erickson. Casey Dollinghouse checking back in for Johnson Brock. Bringing the ball up is Andrew Brocious. Brocious, his team trail 9-4 with 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. St. Pat shooting 14.3%. Two of their 4 points coming from the stripe. Here's Engler. Engler into the corner over to Moats. Brocious inside, feeds it. Winder gets that one to go. It's a 9-6 ball game, and they're slowly working their way back in to this one. And Logan Winder with the mid-range shot there, and that's a travel against Pelican. Zarek Branch, Samuel Troshinsky checking back in for the St. Pat's Irish. 9-6 is the score here with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Johnson Brock Eagles are shooting 37.5%, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. Erickson into the corner over to Engler. Engler out to Troshinsky. Troshinsky driving right, going left, and he traveled there. Took an extra step, and both teams each have had travels called against them. It is 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning with spring break around the corner. It's a little understandable. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 9-6 the ball game. St. Pat's now shooting 25%. That's a little better, but they have work to do. The corner goes over to Perry. Perry in the left corner sidesteps, fights through contact. That one's no good. Rebounded by Logan Winder. Winder pushes the tempo up to Zarek Branch. Branch over to the left wing. Finds Troshinsky. Troshinsky back up to Branch at the top of the key. Looking right. Finds middle. He finds Winder through traffic, and Winder wanted that second mid-range shot to fall. No good there. Rebounded by Perry out with 27 seconds to go. Again, no shot clock. Class is being under. In the corner over to Kohler. Nicholas Perry out. And it's a 12-6 ball game with 15 seconds to go here. St. Pat's contending holding for the final shot. Now before they turn it over. With the steal there is Behringer. Finds over to Perry. Perry driving successful against Erickson. Perry out with his first foul. And with 6 seconds to go, St. Pat's will have an opportunity for the last shot. And Perry had the ball in the near left corner, drove it, lowered his shoulder into Brecken Erickson. Erickson had good positioning, took that one cleanly, and St. Pat's now has the ball. And Thomas Gale with the steal that gave the Eagles a little hope on that fast break. Troshinsky lets it roll. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, counting. Finds Brocious. Brocious with the sandwich. Throws it up for that one. 12-6 is your score heading into the second quarter. Again, Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's here in the Class D1. State Championship. Again, you are listening to high school boys basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
12-6 is the score here in the Class D1 High School Boys State Championship here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Nebraska. Josh Lynn here with the call on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Again, thank you for spending your morning with me. Again, shout out to Carter Longy in the studios. St. Pat starts with the ball here in the second quarter. They trail 12-6, only shooting 20%. And 0 for 3 from the three-point line is Brocious wanted Branch for an alley-oop. And Branch got up there, but the ball was way too high as that was on the upper half of the backboard. St. Pat's running a full court press here. The Eagles break it. There's Pelican driving. Pelican got the and one, and that's a foul against Andrew Brocious. That is his second. And that is the team's
That's his second personal foul.
fourth foul.
Of the half.
The fourth team foul. St. Pat's again in their white uniforms with green letters and numbers. Those green letters and numbers are actually outlined by yellow as well. Eagles of Johnson Brock. Still Pelican gets that throw to down. They are in red uniforms with white letters and numbers. The Eagles are going right to left. St. Pat's is going left to right. Again, William O'Malley, the head coach for St. Pat's. Props to that green jacket he's got on it. It sticks out amongst the crowd, and you can tell he's getting ready for St. Patrick's Day early. Here's their Branch in the near right corner. The Eagles are playing very lax defense. Anytime Branch has the ball on the arc, they are content with him shooting that shot. Here's Troshinsky on the left wing. It goes to Erickson. Erickson driving hard left, going right, no good. Rebounded by Nicholas Perriott. Perriott with 3 rebounds. Good morning. Here's Perriott, top of the key over the left wing. In the interior left corner, it goes to Brody Kohler. Kohler driving left over the middle, finds Pelican outside for 3. That one no good, and rebounded by William Motes. Motes' second rebound on the afternoon. That one thrown up by Branch over to Erickson. Erickson on the near right wing at the top of the key. It goes over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky back to Erickson, over to Branch in the near right corner. Branch. The Eagles will let him shoot that all day, folks. I assure you that. There's more space between the defense and Branch on the arc than between Lincoln and Omaha. But here's Branch driving. They give him that space, so they take advantage. Branch is quick off the dribble. And it's his driving abilities that make him so dangerous. It's 14-8, 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Perriott, 4-3 off the possible assist by Pelican. It's no good. And rebounded by Logan Winder. That's Winder's second rebound on the day. 6:20 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-8 the score here. Here's St. Pat's on the right wing. It goes over to Branch. Branch finds his teammate in the corner for a 3. That's no good. It's a miss by Motes. And rebounded by Casey Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse over to Perriott. Perriott in the corner to Camden. Dallinghouse, the leading scorer for the Eagles on the season. He finds Pelican. Pelican driving. Back away by Logan Winder. He slots it and it's rebounded by Branch. Branch looking up ahead over to William Motes. Motes finds his teammate in the corner over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky with a drive. He steps back on the right wing in the corner and goes to Branch. Branch out to Troshinsky on the right wing, top of the key, working its way around to Erickson. Now in the far right corner, it goes over to Motes. Motes back in the left wing, finds Troshinsky, looking for Erickson inside, and that one's tipped away and stolen by Camden Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse up over to Nicholas Perriott. He finds Kohler on the left wing, back out to Perriott. 5:30 left to go here, 14-8 ball game. The Eagles lead the Irish. A little bit of dribble penetration by Pelican. Ball swung around around into the far left corner. Dribble, drop, score. Or morning, excuse me. 16-8 is the score. 5:14 left to go here in the second quarter. For the Eagles, that one taken away by Casey Dallinghouse. Here's Nicholas Perriott. Perriott with 6 points, both coming off the 3-point field goal. In the corner, Perriott for three. Again, he got it. He is on fire. He's got 9 points. He is looking for 3 from the 3-point line. And this is a full timeout. And with that, I will take a short break. Again, the score here in the Class D1 State Championship. Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's 19-8. You're listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
St. Pat's, the reigning Class D1 State champs, trail to the Johnson Brock Eagles 19-8 here in the Class D1 State Championship here in the great year of 2023. Again, Joshua with the call here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. St. Pat's forced to take a full timeout. Only 2 points here, and we're almost halfway through the second quarter. We've only shot 23% compared to Johnson Brock's 40%. They're 0 for 4 from 3, while Johnson Brock has hit 4 of 7 from the 3-point arc. Again, Nicholas Perriott collecting 3 of those 4 triples, Brody Culler with the other. In the near right corner, it's Brecken Erickson. Erickson, ball working its way around the arc. Into the back right corner over the branch. Up to Thomas Gale. Thomas Gale. Down low to Erickson. Erickson backing down his defender. Not muscling through, gets his own rebound. Not able to put that one up and in. It's rebounded by Troshinsky. Troshinsky's attempt is no good. And it's rebounded by Nate Barrett, who we have not seen in a minute due to a bit of foul trouble. Driving is Camden Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse way out of control. And Thomas Gale with the rebound. That one's stolen away. Taken up the court by Camden Dallinghouse. And a foul against the Irish on the fast break. Thomas Gale was running with Camden Dallinghouse in transition. And I'll say this, Camden Dallinghouse extended that left elbow while he was running down the court. It could have gone either way, but I think both players were moving so fast, and Gale obviously does not have the better positioning. When you're on the fast break, that allows Johnson Brock to take advantage of the foul opportunity. Slow Pelican in the left wing, stops Pops, defended by Brocious. Back out to Camden Dallinghouse for 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Zarek Branch. Branch up over to Samuel Troshinsky. Troshinsky over to Brecken Erickson. Erickson. The corner, Samuel Troshinsky back over to Erickson. Erickson working his way into the paint. And that's an offensive foul against Brecken Erickson. That is his second personal foul. That is just a turnover. I thought it might have been a foul momentarily with how aggressive Erickson was swinging his arms in the air, trying to create space. But for now, he just has 1 foul. They get a full court press here. Now the pressure backs off just Thomas Gale on the ball, defending Camden Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse over to Perriott. Casey Dallinghouse. No good. Foul drawn. Another one here for St. Pat's. This one goes against Samuel Troshinsky. That is his first personal foul on the afternoon. The driving here was Camden Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse trying to go up on the right side, and Troshinsky comes in from the left side, attempting to poke it free, but caught a little too much of his arm there. And he hits the strike. The first free throw for Camden Dallinghouse is good. 17 fouls for Johnson Brock, 6 for St. Pat's, but that one was a shooting foul. So both teams
Jalen Barrett, and number
are
23,
in the
Lane
single
Buckmeyer.
bonus. You get Dollinghouse, only a sophomore. He's averaging 12.8 points a game, and Kaysen averaging 6 points a game. So both teams get you close to 20 points if they are on pace to be as productive as they usually are. And Dollinghouse goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Here's Brocious. Brocious at the top of the key, over to Trushinsky. Trushinsky over to Erickson, back to Trushinsky in the near left corner. Cutting, driving is Erickson, and he will head to the free throw line. As there was a great ball movement there, but better cutting.
Team foul number 23, Lane Buckmeyer.
Lane Buckmeyer picks up his third personal foul. What Erickson does is he gets it to Trushinsky in the far right corner. Erickson plants himself at that left wing. They play a little back and forth as Erickson misses that first free throw. Perry out checking in for the Eagles. Engler back in for St. Pat's. And Erickson has a couple of fake V cuts and then finally drives hard to the rack. And at that point, the Eagles were not ready for him to drive. And second free throw.
Back in for the Irish, number 44, Seth Engler.
Seth Engler in for St. Pat's. Brecken Erickson checks out. 2:54 left to go here in the second quarter. 21-9. The score here. Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's. Here's the full court press. Grab to the corner. Thomas Gale defending on the play. Jalen Behrens with the ball. Behrens at the top of the key. Driving hard left, fights through contact. And really muscled it through with his left hand. It takes a multiple hits there from William Motes and Seth Engler.
That's his first personal
That
foul.
one against Seth Engler. It's the team seventh in his first personal foul.
22.
Behrens misses the first. The second attempt. Behrens' first point here in the state championship. Here's Brocious with 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 22-9 the score here. St. Pat's trailing. You got Johnson Brock is a physical team. They are not afraid of a challenge. Brocious over to Engler. Right wing, it's Trushinsky. Trushinsky driving. Gets it back out over to Motes. Motes stopping, popping mid-range. That's off the back of the iron. No good. Motes nearly got the offensive rebound. Not able to there. Rebound for Nicholas Perriott. Perriott pushes up ahead over to Pelican. Pelican over to Behrens. Behrens over to Perriott. Perriott with a dribble handoff over to Pelican with the left elbow. Nearly stood away. Smart play by Pelican. Pelican on the ground. Lost control of the ball. And called for a timeout.
Back in for Johnson Rock, number 13.
Not before it was called a jump ball on the play. St. Pat's retains possession. Brocious to inbound. Trushinsky will it up. And he gives it back over to Andrew Brocious. 1:52 left to go here in the second quarter. 22-9 the score here. Johnson Brock with much momentum. Only 3 points this quarter for St. Pat's. Here's Erickson driving. Erickson, a bit of a high bounce pass over the nose. It's stolen away by Behrens. Behrens over to Camden Dollinghouse, over to Perriott. Perriott, a bit of a fake cut on the play by Kohler. Kohler wanted to go to the rack, finds Behrens down low. Finds Cutting to Dollinghouse, no good. And the shot blocked away, rebounded by Brocious. Brocious pushing the tempo up ahead over to William Motes. Motes finds his teammate Cutting in the paint. Winder gets that second attempt to go. Winder with 4 rebounds on the afternoon. That one's taken by Erickson. Erickson on the fast break. Goes up, takes a hack, and puts that one home. 22-13, it's within single digits. St. Pat's gaining a little momentum before the end of the second quarter. They're on a 5-0 run. They trail 22-13 with 45 seconds to go here. Johnson Brock has to work quick. Here's Camden Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse over to Behrens. Behrens backing down Winder. Winder with the block. Woo! And that one goes off of Behrens as well. And I'll tell you, Logan Winder looks at the crowd and flexes, pumping his fists. He is fired up. 32 seconds to go here in the second quarter, 22-13. The score here. Here's Brocious. Brocious over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky calling for a screen up top. Brocious back to Troshinsky. At the three-point line over to Moach. Has that one deflected away. Barons nearly saved it. And William Moats had a wide open three if he wanted to take it, but elected to go cross court from right wing to left wing. Nearly costly, nearly turned over, but St. Pat's retains possession. Brocious with 17 seconds. He bounds it over to Troshinsky. Around the key it goes. Over to Moats. Moats finds Brocious. Brocious over to Moats. Off the screen from Brocious. The flip by Moats. 22-15. 5 seconds to counting here left in the second quarter. It's inbounded over to Camden Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse with 1 second. Doesn't see the clock. The heave. No good. And 22-15 is the score. St. Pat's goes on a 7-0 run to end the first half, but they still trail 22-15 in their quest to repeat as state champs. We'll be back for a halftime recap shortly. Again, you are listening to High School Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Spring is here. Time to make your backyard a vacation spot all year long. Above grounds as low as $27 per month. Stealth semi-in-ground pool starting at $99.99. Cash and carry hot tubs like Celtic and Pure Spa as low as $43 per month with approved credit. Luxury spas from Bullfrog, Welles, and Stealth starting at $73.99. In-grounds from $39.99. Spring is here. Supreme Spa and Pool.com.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Your neighborhood is more than blocks of buildings. It's the people who live there that make it special. At Union Bank and Trust, we're not just creating home loans, we're making neighbors. We're not just small business lenders, we're small business shoppers. We don't just live in your community, we help you build it. Because our people are your people. Visit ubt.com/neighbor to learn more. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
At Mosaic, we build a caring company for the people we serve in our workforce. You can be a part of it. Mosaic supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and other diverse needs to choose where they live, with whom they live, and how they spend their days. That is empowering. Do you know someone who could use that type of support? You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit mosaicinfo.org. That's MOSAICINFO.org.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back on 93.7 and theticketfm.com here for the one and only Class D1 High School Boys State Championship here in the state of Nebraska. Again, Josh Hill here on the call. We can get shout out to Carter Longi in the studio. 22-15 is your score. We are about to, let's see, just under 5 minutes before the start of second half play. But St. Pat's got going. They went on a 7-0 run over the last minute and 10 seconds of the second quarter. They made 3 of their last 3, while Johnson Brock, they are cold. They did not score for the last 2.5 minutes in the second quarter. She shot 0 for their last 4. Leading scores for both teams for Johnson Brock. It's Nicholas Perriott with the team-high points with 9. All of those points coming from beyond the arc, and he also has the rebounding high with 4 rebounds. Sloan Pelican with the assist high with 2 assists. For North Platte, St. Pat's, it's Brecken Erickson with 7 points, Logan Winder with 4 rebounds, and Andrew Brocious with 2 assists. St. Pat's, their last field goal, again, coming with 7 seconds left, is they got Samuel Troshinsky involved late. And that allowed them to claw their way back into this game. Again, both teams have made several substitutions, but they fairly rely on their starters is what I have taken away from this game and previous games that both these teams have played in. The thing is, when you run about a 7 or 8 man rotation, you have to make sure that your starters are capable of going the distance. I mean, one of the main substitutions we've seen is Zarek Branch and Samuel Troshinsky usually come out together, and Thomas Gale and Seth Angler replace them, and Logan Winder obviously getting some playing time as well within those substitutions. But they bring their starters out maybe a minute and a half, give them a quick breather, and then they're back out there. So St. Pat still has a lot of work to do. They trail 7 as the 3-seeded Johnson Brock Eagles are trying to pull off the upset here in the Class D1 High School Boys State Championship. Again, additional scores for the starters for St. Pat's. Andrew Roches, no points. Zarek Branch with 2 points. William Motes with 2 points. But how about Logan Winder coming off the bench with a bench high for North Platte St. Pat's of 4 points? If they could get Logan Winder, if they could get him in rhythm in the mid-range game, get him a little more playing time this half, I think that could be a big X factor. What they like to do with Logan Winder is they like to get him running in off the wings, coming off of a back screen, and they just find him on a catch and shoot in the mid-range, and it's been good as gold for the most part, shooting 2 for 3 on those looks. Brecken Erickson has had to be physical in the paint with 7 points. At times he has not gotten a lot of calls. Erickson also only has 1 personal foul to his name, so he can afford to be a little aggressive here. Out of the gate, try and help St. Pat's claw their way further back into this one. St. Pat's shooting 6 of 21 in that first half, going 0 for 4 from the 3-point line and 3 for 5 from the stripe. They have 6 offensive rebounds, which is good, right? But only 5 second chance points to their name. They could have a little more in that sense. And it's the second chance points that really can tell the tale at the end of the day. Johnson Brock winning each of the first 2 quarters, 12-6, and then 12-9. Again, score 22-15. Johnson Brock will have the ball to start the second half play. Johnson Brock with 9 steals on the day, but compared to St. Pat's, 3 blocks. St. Pat's has been better in the paint, but Johnson Brock has had the active hands. At St. Pat's, they love to pass it from right wing to the left wing. It's risky making those cross-court passes. And Johnson Brock has seen all those plays through. And both teams going back to their starters here to start the second half. 14 seconds and counting here. And St. Pat's coming into the second half shooting 28.6%. Can St. Pat's complete the comeback and win their second state championship in a row in their 3rd in school history? Or will Johnson Brock win their first Class D1 state title since 1998 and their first state championship since 2019? Stay tuned, folks. It's about to get going here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Johnson Brock with the ball. Inbounding is Camden Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse with the ball. Inbounds it to Sloan Pelican. And second half action here is underway. Here's Pelican. Pelican looking into the back right corner. Again, Johnson Brock going now left to right. St. Pat's going right to left. Johnson Brock in red uniforms with white letters and numbers. St. Pat's in white uniforms with green letters and numbers. That first 3-point attempt is no good by Dollinghouse. It's rebounded by William Motes on the play, brought up by Andrew Broches. Broches, the lefty, looking left over to Samuel Troshinsky. Troshinsky feeds it inside over to Erickson. Erickson over to the left corner to Broches. Broches from the near left corner, no good. Rebounded by Motes on the play. Motes at the putback, stopped on the play. And that's where your second chance points are going to come in handy. St. Pat's with a chance to get the first couple of points of the half.
Bill Motes at the line, Shooting 2.
William Moats shooting 2. He's 0 for 3 from field goal range. No free throw attempts prior to this one, but he gets that one to go. First points for William Moats. Second free throw. Got it. 22-17 with 7.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Camden Dollinghouse, defended by Moats on the left wing. Dribble handoff over to Pelican. Pelican working right, nearly lost the feet. Has that one blocked away by Erickson, but it's a foul on the play as Erickson got a little too much of his wrist. And they love that action on the left wing. They bring it up. Camden Dollinghouse brings it up. He stops it, pops to the left wing, and Sloan Pelican, racing out of the gate like a racehorse, likes to dribble a handoff. And this is the first free throw there. He just drives with all the might he has, going from left to right, crossing through the paint. And it's difficult when you're crossing through the paint, moving more horizontal to the basket rather than vertically to the basket. You're more likely to have the shot blocked, as Erickson almost had. Again, Erickson with too much contact there. 22-17 the score here, 7:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Brocious inside, Branch. Erickson. Brocious threw that one high. Branch had to leap up into the air and get it. And the jump pass fed inside to Erickson. Gets that one to go. It's a 4-point game, 23-19 with 6:50 left to go here in the third quarter. St. Pat's now shooting 30%, just like Johnson Brock. Dollinghouse with the drive. And the charge. Taken by the ice. Samuel Troshinsky steps in and takes the contact. That foul goes against Camden Dollinghouse. That is his second personal foul on the day. Troshinsky is fired up after that one, and he looks at the Johnson Brock crowd. Lets them know what he just did. Moats over to the right wing, over to Erickson in the back left corner. It's over to Brocious. Brocious fakes inside, back up to Moats. Over on the left wing, it's over to Branch. In the left corner, over to Erickson, top of the key over to Moats. Finds it inside, over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky looking for Erickson. That one pickpocketed and taken away by Casey Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse over to Pelican. Back out to Camden Dollinghouse at the top of the key. Over to the right wing, it finds Perriott. Perriott's been quiet this half. Over to Dollinghouse back. Over to Pelican. Pelican spinning through the mid-range. They just completely threw that one away. Over to Erickson. Erickson looking up ahead over to Moats. The pass was behind Moats. He had to slow down for a second. To McCallum. Over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky down low over to Erickson. Erickson fired on the way. Head to the free throw line. Erickson will shoot 2. There's a chance to get points number 10 and 11. That one against Camden Dollinghouse.
Camden Dollinghouse, his third personal foul. Johnson Brock's third of the half. Brecken Erickson at the line, shooting 2.
That is his third personal foul. Erickson misses the first free throw.
Checking in for Johnson Brock with 10, Chase Van Winkle.
Chase Van Winkle checking in for the Eagles. Second free throw attempt for Erickson, rimmed out, spun around like a toilet bowl, and it's rebounded by Nicholas Perriott. Perriott working his way over the timeline, top of the key, right wing, over to Van Winkle. Van Winkle back over to Dixon Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse back over to Van Winkle at the top of the key. Dribble handoff over to Perriott. Perriott at the left wing. He's ready to shoot whenever he gets that chance. Here's Brody Kohler. Kohler back over to Van Winkle. Van Winkle. Over to Kohler. Van Winkle moving baseline. Coming up for the screen off of Pelican. There's Dollinghouse. And that's an illegal screen against Johnson Brock. That's against Chase Van Winkle. That's his first personal foul. Get the illegal screen there running in to the defender. And when you have the screen, you have to let them run into you. Brocious for 3 from the corner. That one way over. Air ball rebounded by Casey Dollinghouse up over to Brody Kohler. Kohler on the right wing. Slows the tempo down over to Casey Dollinghouse, top of the key. Over to Perriott. In the corner. Over to Pelican. Pelican really had it poked away. But a foul on the reach-in by William Moats of the Irish. That is the second team foul in the second half. And that's his first personal foul. Inbound by Pelican. As Kohler in motion. And gets it way out in the backcourt. Finds Perriott. Perriott at the top of the key. Over to Pelican. Pelican working over to Perriott on the right wing. Finds his teammate in the corner for three. That one no good. Off the hands of Casey Dowlinghouse. Rebounded by Zarek Branch. Branch at the right wing. Stops. Pops. Looks back. Pass over to Erickson on the left wing. He has that one taken away. It is taken away by Sloan Pelican. Foul against the Irish. And a bit of miscommunication between Brocious and Erickson. The pass either was high for Brocious or it was slow to Erickson. And both are communicating the issues on that pass. 23-19 with 4.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. And St. Pat's has forced Johnson Brock to just 1 point this quarter. But the Irish only have 4 themselves this quarter. So a bit of scoring droughts for both teams. The Eagles have had 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes and 44 seconds, have now scored in the last 2.5 minutes as they miss another shot there, and it's rebounded by Erickson. St. Pat's has not scored in 2.5 minutes as well. That one off the front of the iron for Zarek Branch, rebounded by Van Winkle. Van Winkle nearly has it taken away by William Motes, who's chasing on the play. Out over to Kohler. Kohler over to Van Winkle. Back in the corner over to Kohler. Kohler sends that three-pointer wide. Almost rebounded by Pelican. It goes off of Pelican on the rebound attempt, and St. Pat's retains possession. An immediate timeout here with 3:54 left to go here in the third quarter. Johnson Brock leads 23-19, and St. Pat's is on a 4-1 run, very minimal 4-1 run here to start the second half. Again, you're listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip. Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Josh Lill with the call here on the station for high school boys basketball. The Class D1 state championship between the St. Pat's Irish and Johnson Brock Eagles. The Eagles lead 23-19 with 3:48 left to go here in the third quarter, but it's a 4-0 run for St. Pat's. As that one is stripped away from Motes, taken away like candy by a baby. This is Brody Kohler with the takeaway. Pushes the tempo for the Eagles. Both teams have had 3 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. Whoa. Pelican on the right wing. Driving. Finds Kason Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse over to Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer. Finally, the first field goal of the quarter for Johnson Brock as an and one for Lane Buckmeyer. And the scoring drought after 3 minutes and 47 seconds of no scoring. The Eagles find a way to put that ball in the basket. Now can St. Pat's answer after not scoring for the last 3.5 minutes. The and one is not converted. It's 25-19, 3.5 minutes to go here. They get the offensive rebound, the 3 in the corner. No good on the play by Kason Dallinghouse. Here's Samuel Troshinsky. Troshinsky, top of the key, over to Erickson in the left corner. The near left corner. Back and forth with Motes. 3-point attempt for Troshinsky. He got it. And they answer. And they actually gain a point there on the Eagles. It's now a 3-point ball game, believe it or not. 25-22 with just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. There's another 3. Sloan Pelican answers from the far right corner. Does St. Pat's have an answer? 28-22 the score here. There's Zarek Branch. Branch, not a three-point specialist in the slightest, so he gives it up to Erickson. Erickson over to Moats. Moats, Troshinsky for another three off the front of the rim and no good. Branch with the extra effort on the ground, fighting for the offensive rebound. Nearly got it. And possession goes to Johnson Brock. And a timeout called by the Eagles. It's a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. We got Sloan Pelican getting on the ground there to save that one. But both teams have answered each other an and one not converted by Johnson Brock. Johnson Brock's Lane Buckmeyer was answered by a three by Samuel Troshinsky. Further answered by a three by the Eagles is Sloan Pelican. And it's a 28-22 ball game. St. Pat's not shooting a good three-point percentage, though. 1 for 8 from beyond the arc. Johnson Brock, 5 for 13. Both teams shooting just about 30%. Clock rolling here. A beautiful pass over to Kason Dollinghouse, up by Nicholas Perriott in the corner for three. Another attempt from Johnson Brock. It's no good by Brody Kohler. Running and pushing the pace is Branch. Branch misses the right-handed layup there. It was a little bit contested, but not too easy. And a blocking foul against Samuel Troshinsky, as Troshinsky was running with Brady Kohler, but it's tough on the fast break when both teams are just sprinting down the floor for Samuel Troshinsky to get good positioning on the play. That's his second personal foul. That's the team's fifth. Coach O'Malley really thought the Irish were going to get the ball back there. Here's Pelican. Pelican over to Buckmeyer. Back out of Pelican for three. Off the side of the rim and no good. Rebounded here by the Irish. Troshinsky out to Branch. Back out to Troshinsky. Inside the arc. Stops. Pops. Cross court. Over to Winder. Winder wanted it inside for Erickson. It was tipped away. Running is Kohler. Kohler on the fast break. Misses the layup off the backboard. It rims in and out. Branch with the rebound. Branch pushing tempo. Stops at the three-point line. Finds Moats. Moats inside to Erickson. Erickson fouled on the play. That one goes against Nicholas Perriott. Or actually, that's Kason Dollinghouse. That's his second personal foul. That's the team's fifth. Brecken Erickson shooting 2 free throws. First one is no good. That's been a habit for Erickson this morning, usually missing the first and making the second. That's 4 turnovers for the Irish in the last 5.5 minutes. 1:27 left to go here in the third quarter, and Erickson nails the second free throw. It's a full court press here, a man-to-man press. Erickson picks up Perriott. That one, take away. Wow, it's Eric Branch just mossed Kason Dollinghouse for the turnover. He went up and got that ball. 1:15 to go here in the third quarter, 28-23. The Eagles lead the Irish. Can't say Pat's answer. Brock in the air on the mid-range, draws the foul in the air, misses the shot, but it will head to the stripe for 2, and that's the third foul against Kason Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse with 3 and in trouble. First free throw attempt, no good for Zarek Branch. St. Pat's shooting 6 for 12 from the stripe. Johnson Brock 7 for 11. And if it comes down to the wire, free throws tell the story. You have to make them while they last. Here is Branch. Second one, no good. Offensive rebound by Erickson. Out to Branch. Branch over to Moats. Moats back out over to Troshinsky. It's tipped away and taken by the Eagles. The floater, no good by Kohler in the air. Irish wanted to charge from Troshinsky. 3-point attempt, no good by Perriott. It goes off the side of the rim, and it's rebounded by Erickson. Erickson up to Troshinsky. Troshinsky crosses the timeline. 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 28-23 to score here. Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's. St. Pat's might be holding for the final shot, but that one's taken by Troshinsky from 3. No good. Rebounded and put back by Zarek Branch. The second chance point converted there. And finally, they score for the first time in over 3 minutes. But they forced 4 turnovers this quarter, or they've turned it over 4 times this quarter. as that one is called against Troshinsky. Troshinsky with a loose ball foul against Sloan Pelican. That shot was missed there. But how about Zarek Branch getting up in the air to get that offensive rebound and puts the floater home. It's Branch's 4th point on the day. 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 28-25. Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's. This one set back to Perriott in the backcourt. Up over to Behrens. Behrens finds Dallinghouse for 3. He got it on the right wing. 31-25. Can St. Pat's push it? 3 seconds and counting. The shot by Troshinsky. No good. And the Eagles head to the fourth quarter. Up 6. 8 minutes until a possible state championship for the Eagles. Can St. Pat's come back and win their second consecutive title and their third title in school history? Stay tuned for the final 8 minutes of play. Again, Josh Lill with the call on 93.7 and theticketfm.com. You are listening to high school boys basketball.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A very tightly contested third quarter. St. Pat's wins that quarter with 10 points versus Johnson Brock's 9 points. Again, Josh Little here on 93.7 theticketfm.com with the call for the Class D1 state championship. That one fed inside to Moats off the feet from Troshinsky. Moats steps back, fires. It rolls off the rim. And Erickson was going up for the rebound and went way over Kaysen Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse draws the foul. That is the third foul against Brecken Erickson. And that's something to watch. There's not much size on the floor if St. Pat's loses him to 5 fouls. Kaysen Dallinghouse heads to the line for the 1-and-1 bonus. As St. Pat's now has committed 7 fouls. First free throw by Dallinghouse. Got it. Kaysen Dallinghouse. With just 3 points. Make it 4. And actually now 5 after those 2 free throws were made. 7:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 33-25. Johnson Brock leads St. Pat's. Again, St. Pat's in their home whites with green letters and numbers. Johnson Brock in their road reds with white letters and numbers. St. Pat's going right to left. Because that one's fed inside and it's taken away by Kaysen Dallinghouse. Eagles are going left to right. Dallinghouse with Branch defending. That one driven by Pelican. Draws the contact. And that one is called against William Moats. 1-and-1 at the free throw line for Camden Dallinghouse. Camden Dallinghouse with 4 points. Not much production from the Dallinghouses, but their team is up, and that's all you can ask for. He makes the first free throw, extends his lead to 34-25. St. Pat's has gone stagnant this quarter. Second free throw. Good. Rolls in. Here's Brochus bringing the ball up. They now trail by 10. The largest lead for Johnson Brock at one point was 13. They are looking to get that back and more. Here's Erickson. Back left corner. Up top for Brochus. 4-3. Pivotal! Andrew Brochus gets it to within 7 points. They still trail 35-28. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Wow, and Brocious stepped up from way behind the college three-point line. And that's Brocious' first bucket on the day. He's only had 3-point attempts. He shot 1 for 6 from behind the arc. And you have to give him credit there. When you are shooting 0 for 5 before that attempt, and your team is desperately needing not just a 2, but they need a 3-point bucket to get back in it, he does just that. What a way to step up for Andrew Brocious. At 35-28, the score here is 6:56 left to play here in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's with 8 fouls. Johnson Brock with 6 fouls. St. Pat's improving that shooting percentage up to 30%. It's sat around anywhere between 25% and 32% since their brutal first quarter of 6 points, but they got 9 points in the second quarter and 10 in the third. That helped them get back in it. Pelican can't get it in. 5 seconds are close, but gets it into Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse nearly has it taken away by Troshinsky, and Dollinghouse runs into Troshinsky a little too hard. Troshinsky draws the charge. Fourth personal foul for Dollinghouse, Camden Dollinghouse to be more specific. And that one's the third turnover against Dollinghouse. Johnson Brock running a 2-3 zone here. They are going to force St. Pat's to shoot the 3. They are okay with St. Pat's shooting the 3. 2 of 10 on the morning. Fed inside to Erickson. Erickson triple team down low. Looks to play that off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Moats. Moats there for the second attempt. His second attempt is no good. Erickson nearly had the second offensive rebound, but it's taken by Cason Dollinghouse. It's pushed up ahead. Over to Pelican. Pelican driving. Finds it out to Parrott. Parrott at the top of the key. Out to Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse back in the corner over to Kohler. Out to Cason Dollinghouse. Cason Dollinghouse at the left wing, defended by Zarek Branch. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. They're up by 7, 35-28. It works its way over to the right wing. Jab step by Parrott. Parrott stops and pops at the left elbow. Into the back corner over to Pelican. Pelican back over to Parrott. Parrott left wing to right wing pass. It's in the corner over to Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse at the right wing. Has that one taken away by Zarek Branch. Branch running with Pelican, chasing. And Pelican, St. Pat's might want this to be a clear path foul, but it doesn't matter. That's the first foul against Pelican. Branch at the line for the 1-and-1. Branch's first free throw attempt to cut it to a 6-point deficit. No good. Rebounded on the play by Brady Kohler. Kohler over to Parrott. And Erickson just runs right into Leighton Behrens. And that's Erickson's 4th personal foul. And his face is red right now. He knows one more foul, he is done. Erickson, a junior, is 1 foul away. And if St. Pat's can't get in it, well, this is the state championship, so he is 1 foul away from his season ending. He needs to be cautious in this spot. Free throw attempt from Leighton Behrens. Behrens got it. That's his first point on the morning. 3 rebounds and 3 fouls to his name. And now with 1 point to his name. We haven't seen too much of Leighton Behrens today as he actually airballs that free throw. That one might have been 2 feet wide of the rim. Whoa. You don't see that too much. Leighton Behrens averaging 4 and 4 on the year. Standing only 6 feet. He's got a lot of muscle on him that's going to allow Johnson Brock to add a counter in the paint. Brocious a deep 3. That one off the side of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Moats over to Erickson. And that is a jump ball on the play. Great hands by Lane Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer gets his right hand right on the top of the ball as Erickson was going up for the shot. And everyone in the crowd knew right away that one was going to be a jump ball. Clean call, clean play. 5:22 left in the fourth quarter, 36-28. And just like a quarterback to his wide receiver, that one thrown way up ahead by Pelican over to Kohler. Kohler inside the paint. Finds Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer puts that one up and in. Lane Buckmeyer giving the Eagles pivotal points off the bench. and the Irish have not had a field goal. They've gone 0 for their last 4. This zone has forced them to shoot the 3. They've not been able to penetrate the paint without turning it over. As there's a miss there on the floater by Branch. Rebounding foul in the paint. That one against Pelican. Sloan Pelican. He picks up his second personal foul. Heading to the stripe is William Moats. Two substitutions set to check in for the Irish. That's Seth Angler and Logan Winder. Checking out is Andrew Brocious and Brecken Erickson. Free throw attempt here. Rattles off the back of the rim. Goes way up and puts it home. 38-29, 4:54 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Another attempt. No good. Ball bouncing around, kicked. Corralled and rebounded by Zarek Branch, and it's another jump ball. And St. Pat's will have possession this time. Coach O'Malley up in arms with that call. He thought that it would be a foul drawn by Branch, that he would head to the free throw line. But you know what? In this situation, you might not want Zarek Branch at the free throw line. He is 0 for 3. And that isn't exactly the best option to get you back in this game. Down 9, 4:51 to go here. Ball tipped and overthrown. And Sloan Pelican nearly had a steal. A little frustrated there, but he gets back and plays defense. Brocious over to Troshinsky for 3. Cowabunga! 38-32, 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's doing everything they can to claw back into this one. Troshinsky has 8 points on the day. He's 2 for 4 from behind the arc. Driving is Perriott with the reverse layup. A beaut on Erickson. And Erickson, nothing he could do there. He could not get aggressive, or he is done, and he fouls out. Brocious over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky, another 3. Yowza! 40-35, 4:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's clawing their way back in it. Here's Pelican. Pelican over to Perriott. Perriott over to the right wing. Finds Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer defended by Branch. Driving his Pelican on the right side. Takes the contact. Nearly muscles that one in for the and one as it just sat on the rim. The foul there against Zarek Branch. That's his third personal foul. It's the team's 10th foul. So double bonus here on out for Johnson Brock. And next foul against Johnson Brock will be double bonus for St. Pat's. We have hit that point of the game. 3:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. First free throw attempt missed by Sloan Pelican. Hey, in these final minutes, here's the bottom line for St. Pat's. Find Samuel Troshinsky. He has the hot hand right now. 11 points, 3 of 5 from deep as the second free throw's missed. Rebounded by Erickson. Over to Troshinsky. I think we know what the defensive scheme will be for the Eagles. They still run that 2-3 zone. It allows for the three-point shot. Here's Troshinsky again. Mamma mia! He's pumping his fist in the air. He has hit 3 of his last 3 three-point field goals. He is on a 9-0 run himself, folks. Whoa! Timeout, Johnson Brock. It's Samuel Troshinsky is doing everything he can to propel his team to a second consecutive state championship. 40-38. 3:27 left in the fourth quarter. Holy cow. Stay tuned for the final 3.5 minutes. You are listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is here. Time to make your backyard a vacation spot all year long. Above grounds as low as $27 per month. Stealth semi-in-ground pool starting at $99.99. Cash and carry hot tubs like Celtic and Pure Spa as low as $43 per month with approved credit. Luxury spas from Bullfrog, Welles, and Stealth starting at $73.99. In-grounds from $39.99. Spring is here. Supreme Spa and Pool.com.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
40-38. Samuel Troshinsky with 14 points, 4 of 6 shooting from deep. He's made 3 of his last 3. He's clapping right smack dab in the center of the court. He's got St. Pat's fired up. Johnson Brock is on their heels. And there's only 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go unless we have overtime, until we crown a champion in the Class D1 High School Boys State Championship here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Driving is Perriott, and that foul is committed by Seth Angler, and Perriott heads to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Again, in the double bonus, Perriott has not attempted a free throw today. The crowd quiet here. Johnson Brock. Fans in the student section with their hands in the air. And we could say they will Perriott to make that first free throw. A hefty amount of substitutions coming in for Johnson Brock. Buckmeyer and Barons checking in for Johnson Brock. Angler heads to the bench for the Irish. Logan Winder back in for the Irish. Driving is Troshinsky. Troshinsky over to Brocious. Brocious back up top of the key over to Erickson. Finds Troshinsky guarded heavily. Finds Branch cutting in the lane. Up in the air. No good. Rebounded on the play by Buckmeyer. 42-38. After both the free throws were converted by Nicholas Perriott. 3:04 left to play here in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's now shooting 5 of 14 from 3. Johnson Brock content with wasting a little clock here. Finds it over to Barons. Barons over to Pelican. Pelican over to Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer over to Perriott. Perriott to Barons. Nearly has that taken away by Branch. Branch might not have been the best on the offensive end today, but my goodness, on the defensive end, his active hands are punishing the Eagles. 30-second timeout for Johnson Brock. St. Pat's has 2 timeouts left. Johnson Brock has 2 timeouts left. Both teams in the double bonus. Samuel Troshinsky leading all scorers in this ballgame with 14 points. Team high for Johnson Brock is 13 with Nicholas Perriott. Perriott, 13 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 3 for 5 from 3 and 2 for 2 from the stripe. But second chance points have told the story today. 14 offensive rebounds for North Platte St. Pat's. And that has propelled them to have the second chance points that they've had. I mean, in the first half, 5 second chance points. And plenty of more to come here in the second half. 2:37 and counting. 42-38. It's a lead for the Eagles. Top of the key is Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse over to Dollinghouse. Casey to Camden. Over to Pelican. Finds Perriott. Perriott back over to Camden. Dollinghouse, top of the key. Over to Pelican at the left wing, working his way over in a basic motion offense. It's a screen and replace. You pass one way, screen the other. Camden Dollinghouse. Over to Perriott. Perriott, left wing, over to the right wing. Top of the key, defended by Winder. Perriott thought about driving, content with not doing so. Camden Dollinghouse, double teamed. If you're the Irish, you have to think about fouling here, but it can't be Brecken Erickson. Erickson is on the bench right now, but if he comes back in, keep him away from the ball. Defending is Winder. Winder, and a mistake made by Johnson Brock. Camden Dollinghouse misses a wide open layup. It's a 4-point deficit for the Irish. Wide open at the top of the key is Moats. Moats looks over to Brocious, finds Troshinsky. He is defended heavily by Pelican. To Branch. Branch over to Moats. Troshinsky looks inside, finds Winder. Winder has been good at the mid-range today. Off the back of the iron, rolls around it in. It's a 2-point ball game. And a timeout by St. Pat's. It's a 30-second. We'll keep it here. 42-40 the score here. 1:26 left to go here in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's has made 4 of their last 5, and the Eagles have not hit a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Wow, the luck of the Irish. They're on their way to finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but they still have a little ways to go. Right now, they're probably sitting at the top of the rainbow, ready to slide down at any moment, but they're going to need 3 points and a bit of magic at the free throw line to possibly pull this one off. Johnson Brock has held strong. Johnson Brock, again, each team with 2 timeouts left. Again, the coach. Coaches O'Malley for St. Pat's has done a great job. You could just see he's inspiring his team right now, just telling them, stay locked in on the defensive end. Do not let your man get by you. Force them to make bad turnovers. And in terms of Lucas Dollinghouse, only controlling what he could control at this point, there's been pivotal mistakes made by his players that you just cannot control. Pelican over to Camden Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse had that pivotal miss at the free throw line. He's triple teamed. Loose ball. Jump ball. But Johnson Brock will retain possession, as that is where the arrow is favored. And there was a triple team on Camden Dollinghouse. It was successful, obviously, by St. Pat's. Just so happens the arrow was not their way. Inbounds play, nearly. Moats had a chance to take it away, but his back was turned to the ball. Double teamed right across the timeline. Johnson Brock gets it in. Over to Perriott at the top of the key. Finds Brody Kohler. Kohler over to Camden Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse, that one nearly thrown away. Pelican saves it as that ball was loose in his hands on the baseline. Keeps it in somehow. Over to Perriott. Perriott over to Kohler. Kohler at the top of the key. Defended heavily by Troshinsky. Over to Perriott. Perriott back over to Kohler. Nearly throws it away, and it's stolen away by Brocious. St. Pat's has a chance to tie or take the lead. It's out to Troshinsky. Wow, if he popped it from where he is right now, that would be about 35 feet. But instead, O'Malley takes a timeout. And you have to think, Troshinsky would never take that shot in a million years in the situation, but no doubt he thought about it for just a split second. 42-40 the score here with 46 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's has a chance to tie or take the lead. Stay tuned for the final 46 seconds. You are listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket at theticketfm.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
They say the veteran experience on a team when you've won just a championship in general is more valuable than anything. And it's clearly seen right now as the inbounds play by Troshinsky is tipped and sent back by Lane Buckmeyer. You can see the experience of being in this situation last year for St. Pat's paying off. They have not given up in the slightest. St. Pat's with a chance to tie or take the lead. Here's Troshinsky right in the mid-range at the left elbow driving. Brocious in the far left corner. Stops, pops over to Troshinsky. Troshinsky with a jab step with Buckmeyer in his face. Troshinsky creating space, and it's turned over, stolen away by Pelican. And Troshinsky gave it right back. Johnson Brock takes a timeout. This one's a full timeout, and they're up 2 with 25 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. St. Pat's is going to have to foul to get the ball back. Stay tuned for the final 25 seconds. You are listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
St. Pat's was on a roll, making 4 of their last 5 field goals to cut the deficit to 2, and with a chance to tie or take the lead. Samuel Troshinsky, as clutch as he has been, almost single-handedly getting his team back in this game. He turns it over right to the hands of Sloan Pelican. And again, Johnson Brock just took a full timeout. They have 1 left. They need to get it across the timeline. But St. Pat's back in a sticky situation here. Camden Dollinghouse defended by Troshinsky, and he's fouled there by Troshinsky. Dollinghouse 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and he has the double bonus to look forward to here. First free throw, couple dribbles, stops, fires. Good. clutch. 3-point game. Johnson Brock leads 43-40 with 22 seconds left to go here. And you can see the utter stress on the faces of the players for Johnson Brock. They are so close to pulling off an upset of what many believe to be the favorite in Class D1 for the state championships, and really all year. St. Pat's has been the best, 25-2, but Johnson Brock, they've been physical. They've been diligent and resilient. As Camden Dallinghouse goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's a 4-point game, 22.7 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Inbounding is St. Pat's. They get it in over to Trushinsky. Trushinsky working quickly, 20 seconds and counting, over the timeline, at the three-point line. Driving, floating, over the middle. The bank shot, no good. Rebounded by Behrens. Behrens clears it up over to Perriott to cap it off. The layup with 8 seconds and counting. It's a 46-40 lead. This one could do it. And with 3.9 seconds left, St. Pat's takes their final timeout, and Johnson Brock can feel it. They have just under 4 seconds left to close this one out. And this one's a full timeout, and we will be back for the final 4 seconds of play shortly after these couple of messages. 46-40 is the score. The Eagles lead the Irish here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
4 seconds left. St. Pat's inbounding over to Brocious. Brocious, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. And Johnson Brock, for the first time since 2019, has won the state championship. They hold on all morning. They take down the number 1 seeded North Platte St. Pat's Irish. The upset is complete. The 3-seeded Johnson Brock Eagles are your Class D1 NSAA high school boys state champions. Wow. They are able to fend off St. Pat's in the final quarter, as St. Pat's went on a 9-0 run at one point to cut the deficit to 2. But Johnson Brock stood strong, held their ground, and kept this one alive, their dreams alive, their season alive, and they have done it. The final here from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the Class D1 State Championship, 46-40. Johnson Brock wins this one against St. Pat's. We'll be back shortly after a few messages for the post-game recap.
A new year means new goals and upgrading, but that doesn't only apply to health and fitness. Mullen Motors can get you into a new vehicle right now and get your 2023 started off the right way. They cleared off their 2022 inventory and have tons of new vehicles to choose from to make sure you get to where you need to be this year. Out with the old and in with the new. Stop by Mullen Motors today, just north of 48th and Lake.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Sam Greasel from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Nebraska, and that's Gary Michaels Clothiers in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased my suit from them and another when I attended Big Ten Media Day. Their fashion sense, clothing knowledge, and tailoring is unparalleled. Simply said, no one does it better than Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to this presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your Class D1 high school boys basketball state champions are the Johnson Brock Eagles. They take down the reigning champion, North Platte St. Pat's Irish. And folks, this one was a doozy, and mainly in the fourth quarter as Nicholas Perriott finishes off cutting the nets down for Johnson Brock. And this one, it was a little slow to start. It was a 12-6 lead for Johnson Brock at the end of the first. A 22-15 halftime game, Eagles lead. 31-25 at the end of the third quarter and a 46-40 final. So Johnson Brock held on all the way, won every quarter except the third. That was a 10-9 third quarter win for St. Pat's. But after a slow start, offensive start for both teams, Johnson Brock stayed in it and got it done. And that's the thing that Coach Dallinghouse really preached all week long leading up to the state championships. We can compete with anybody, is what he was saying. They're a physical team that battles. They don't care who they are going up against, what the situation is. They are going to give it their all and leave it all out there. Again, some stats for Johnson Brock. He shot 12 of 36 from the field, 6 of 17 from three. Only 4 offensive rebounds, 25 total rebounds. Didn't pass the ball too much, only 7 assists to 14 turnovers. Leading scorer for Johnson Brock was Nicholas Perriott with 15 points. Rebounding high was Kason Dallinghouse with 6 rebounds. And Sloan Pelican with the assist high. 2 assists for the Eagles. For North Platte St. Pat's, scoring high and game high was Samuel Troshinsky with a magnificent 9 straight points in the fourth quarter to will his team back to a 2-point deficit. It was not enough, but the effort was phenomenal. Troshinsky shot 5 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, and had 2 offensive rebounds to his name as well. Erickson also had 10 points to add to that as well. Branch with 4, Brocious and Moats each with 3. Again, Moats with a team high 11 rebounds coming off the bench, and Andre Brocious only with 4 assists for St. Pat's. Again, St. Pat's was in a bit of foul trouble. All starters had 3+ fouls, and the big story was Brecken Erickson with 4 personal fouls. That limited his physicality down low, and that opened up play for Nicholas Perriott to go to work down low. Again, this is the first runner-up ever for St. Pat's, and Johnson Brock wins their 4th state championship, their 3rd in Class D1, and their 1st since 2019, where they took the Class D2 championship. Again, the final from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Johnson Brock Eagles defeat the reigning champion, North Platte St. Pat's Irish, 46-40 to win the Class D1 state championship here in the state of Nebraska. Again, thank you so much for spending your morning with me on the airwaves. Again, shout out to Carter Longy in the studio. Nick Sainerd's got you for the next one. It's the Class C1 state championships between the 3-seeded Ashland and Greenwood. And how about the 8-seeded Auburn? Again, that one you will not want to miss, the 8th seed in the championship for Class C1. Again, for Josh Lill here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Have a great rest of your morning, your afternoon, and your night. Drive home safely. And again, the final here from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 46-40. Johnson Brock defeats North Platte St. Pat's.